yourself apart a little bit when you look at the group as a whole?
That I can play all across the all across the D line. Yeah, that's really what I did at Auburn. I prepared myself as well as the help from the coaches to be able to play all 4 positions across the line, and that's what I really think separates me.
How much do you feel like playing immediately as a freshman at Auburn kind of helped you, especially coming from a smaller high school?
It definitely helped a lot. When you get to play against top 10 draft picks, top 15 draft picks every week, I don't think there's nothing else in the world that can prepare you for that. So just seeing it firsthand as soon as you can really helped me. And then next year, of course, I had a really good year.
Have you formally met with the Kansas City Chiefs, and what might a pairing with Chris Jones look like in Kansas City with you there?
So what was the question again?
Have you formally met with the Chiefs?
Yeah.
And then what would a pairing with you and Chris Jones look like?
And that'll be crazy dangerous. Like, Chris Jones is a freak athlete, and I kind of consider myself a freak athlete too. So we gonna, if that happens, we gonna be a dangerous duo.
Have you met with the Dolphins, and if so, any impressions of their new regime?
Impressions. Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't really had no like.
Did anything stand out from talking to you?
They were a real chill group. Like, when I walked in the room, it was welcoming. We had a good laugh in there, and then like they just really wanted to know more about me and more about me as a person. They said they knew a lot about me as a ball player. They wanted to know me as a person.
As you approach the draft, do you think more about going high in the draft or about where you'll land, about landing in a good situation?
Landing in a great situation. Because I feel like that's what creates longevity. I mean, when you're in a great system and a system that fits you, I feel like you play a lot longer in the league. If you're in a system that, if you get drafted early or later or whatever the case may be, and you're not in a system that fits you, I feel like that kind of sets you up for failure a little bit.
What kind of system fits you? What do you think would be the ideal scenario for you?
Really, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can play any type of front, any type of system, just because I did it all at Auburn.
You met with the Buccaneers?
No, sir.
Cowboys?
No, sir.
If you were describing yourself to somebody that's never watched you play and wants to get an idea of what kind of defensive lineman you are, what would you say?
I would say I'm a high motor D lineman. You're going to see everything be aggressive as far as the pass rush, the run game. In the run game, you're going to see blocks being shed, people on the ground, and you're going to see a lot of TFLs.
Keldric, you're one of the younger prospects in this class. Where do you think your game has the most opportunities for growth?
Pass rush. That's the game. That's the part of my game where I've been trying to develop for the last couple of years. I feel like it's gotten better over the years, and I feel like it can still get a whole lot better going into the next level.
What do you feel like you learned the most? The adversity of the last 2 years at Auburn, the coaching change. What do you feel like you learned the most from that experience?
Of how to be a great leader and when to use my voice. Those guys on that staff and that defense really looked at me as a leader, and I kind of embraced it. Those guys, especially the younger dudes that's on that team, whenever, I don't even know how to answer that question. I'm trying to figure out a way to answer it. Can you repeat it again?
What did you learn the most from dealing with the adversity of going through a coaching change, just the season that y'all had?
Going through a coaching change. Really just keep going. We really thought about whenever that happened to have to finish the season out the way we wanted to finish the season, and just to make sure that we didn't just have any regrets. Coach Durkin came in and he was like, we're not just going to quit on this season and take anything for granted. We're going to make sure that we finish the season out the way we want to. And I feel like that second half of the season, whenever that happened, we kind of went in and played a whole lot better.
How big?
When teams ask you like the stack production from last year, what do you tell them? What gives you confidence that there's more to tap into the next season?
That I'm still working on it, and that a lot of my production came from the 5-tech. I still had a little bit of production down at the 3-tech and the 2-eye, but most of my production came from the 5-tech. And then whenever I step on the field, it's more of me trying to get better. It's not me trying to be the same. I never want to be the same player every year, and I want to continue to try and get better and continue to improve my game so I can improve the well-being of the team.
Have you had a chance to talk to Houston Texans while you're here?
No, sir.
Your schedule?
I don't think so.
When you say how that went out,
Yes, sir, I did.
what were they talking about you? Because I know they need a pass rusher.
We really didn't talk about it a lot. We was really watching more of my film and trying to see like what my progression was as far as watching film, scheming teams. Whenever I'm recognizing players coming at me, just things like that. We was just kind of talking regular ball.
When you say improve as a pass rusher, is it adding skills, or adding moves to your tool belt, or understanding buffers and angles, both?
Mastering the skills that I already have. So I'm a power rusher, true in and out. So I feel like whenever I step up on that field, of course I'm gonna have some type of finesse to me as far as speed rushes, but I do feel like that I have to master that power in order for me to just elevate my game.
Do you plan on running tomorrow?
I plan on doing everything.
Is there a goal you set?
Low 4.7s, anywhere in the 4.6s.
Who have you modeled your game after?
I used to watch a lot of J.J. Watt back in the day, Trey Henderson and Myles Garrett. DeForest Buckner is a good one that I watch too.
You talked about Trey Henderson. Have you met with the Bengals, and also what do you see in his game? That's really gives offensive tackles a problem.
Man, he plays with a high motor. He may not be the tackle just based off his moves. He may just be the tackle just off of his effort. He's a high motor guy. And you can tell that he has a passion and love for the game.
Keldric, I'm sorry if you didn't ask this right, but for people that haven't seen your game, how would you describe your playing style and what you want to bring to your team?
It'll be very aggressive, and you'll see a lot of people on the ground, a lot of block shit, and a lot of TFLs.
The younger guys in the room back at Auburn, Jordan, Malik, and some of, Jared, some of those guys coming back. What do you see in them, and what do you think the ceiling is for those guys?
I see a lot of passion in those guys. I mean, those guys really love the game. They came in last year with a lot of high expectations on them, and I feel like this year that they have a whole lot of room for improvement, and I do think that they're going to meet those expectations this year.
And then how big do you think it was for Auburn to retain, Coach Vontrell and DJ Durkin?
It was crucial. I mean, those guys are, to me, I feel like they're the foundation of our defense. They're the personality of the defense, and man, everybody on the defense side of the ball loves each and every one of those guys.
You formally mentioned earlier about Myles Garrett and other guys. They're all sack specialists.
Right.
And that's the one thing you didn't have high numbers in at all. But what are teams looking for you? You feel like, what can you say to them to say you can be that kind of guy?
My work ethic. Me working on my pass rush is the biggest thing that I'm going into this offseason. I want to make sure that whenever I step up on the field, whether it be any team in the league, that they know what they're getting. So that's just it. My work ethic is going to get me to where I need to be.
Have you formally met with the Bills?
No, sir.
If you eventually do, they were great against the run last year.
Right.
When you talk to teams and maybe selling that part of your game, what do you say?
That's what we pride ourselves on at Auburn. Since my freshman year, we always said that we had to earn the right to rush the passer. And that right came from first and second down. So we really had to pride ourselves in stopping the run, staying low, getting our hands right, and exploding out our hips to make sure that we do just that.
You talked about watching film with NFL teams this year. Was there a specific play that you could point to and say, "Hey, my film process helped me get to make the play"?
It was one play in Baylor. They went off the ball tight end, back is away. I knew some type of split zone was coming, and I knew I was getting a base block to me, so I played the block aggressive, got inside of it, and made a play in the backfield.
We'll take one more question. when teammates ask questions about you, what do you hope it is that they say about you as a player or as a teammate?
That I was a great leader, and that my work ethic showed that I was one of the best in the country.
Can you tell us about American
Thank you, everyone. Last one here.
What can you tell us about American Williams?
Amars is probably one of the most freakishly athletic players that I've ever seen in my life. He's athletically gifted, and once he puts it all together, he's going to be one of the guys that y'all talking to next.
Thank you, guys.